G'day guys, I'm Andrew. We've had a lot of people asking us about the Emlid Reach RS3, which is our tilt-enabled unit, and whether you can use that with 12D field. So there's a new release feature, and you can. So today I'm going to show you how to get that set up. So to get set up, we need to do two things. First, we need to configure the RS3 with the Emlid Flow app on our phone, and then we need to configure the RS3 and the Windows tablet, specifically connecting to 12D. So I will say that I recommend that you put a SIM card in the RS3 because it'll make this process a lot easier, and that causes less confusion when you're using them. If you are in the office, you can connect the receiver and your phone to your office Wi-Fi and do all the configuration to make sure that everything's working. All right, I'm going to turn on Wi-Fi on my device. Wi-Fi, turn Wi-Fi on, and we've just connected to the Wi-Fi hotspot of the RS3 that we're using for the demo. Now I'm going to go into Emlid Flow. We're already connected. As you can see, we've got a fixed solution in the top right-hand corner, and we've configured our N-trip profile in correction input. So we're ready to go in Emlid Flow. We can start taking points if we wanted to. Now I'm going to go into settings. Mobile data's turned on because I have a SIM card in the device. We're going to go into Bluetooth, discoverability, turn that on and click save. That'll allow you to connect to the RS3 from your Windows tablet. Now I'll go into tilt sensor, turn on. That'll initialize the IMU. And now we'll go into position streaming 1, Bluetooth NMEA, NMEA settings. We do not want to compensate the receiver position, and the talker ID needs to be set to GN. GGA and GST need to be set to 10 Hz. GSA and GSV need to be set to 0.5 Hz. We need to turn ETC on. RMC, VTG, ZDA and EBP all need to be turned off. Now we'll click apply in the bottom right hand corner and escape out of that. Save. And that's it. You're all set up. Now we're going to configure the tablet, and for that I suggest that you have an internet connection on your Windows device, because we're going to be downloading a fairly large file from the Geoscience Australia website, which has our N values for the geoid. So let's go into Bluetooth settings, and we're going to add Bluetooth or other device. Select Bluetooth, and we're going to connect to the demo unit that we're using. Okay, now let's open up 12D field. And just use any project. I'm just using one I prepared earlier. Okay, so before we do anything with 12D field, we're going to configure the N values so that our geoid's working properly. So we're going to need the OzGeoid 2020 GSB file. So if you don't have that already, we'll download it from the Geoscience Australia website. And we'll include a link to this in the description. Just scroll down the bottom. We'll go the OzGeoid 2020 Windows Binary GSB. And we'll wait for that to download. All right, now that you've got that file, we're going to copy it and go to C drive, 12D, 15, user lib, and paste it in here. I've already got it. Okay. Now we're going to configure the N values in 12D. So go to Project, Management, N values, Create or Edit. We'll call this OzGeoid 2020. This is a GSB file. Choose the MGA 2020 projection that you're in. We're in zone 55, so that's what I'm going to select here. Click Add Correction and long/lat. You need both of those, otherwise this won't work. Click the little folder, hover over userlib, and select OSGeoid 2020 GSB. And we'll use bicubic interpolation method. Add or modify, write that to the nvalues.4d file. Click Finish. Now we're going to configure a projection which uses that n-value setup. So I went into that through Project, Management, Projections, Projection Editor. Now drop down Setups, MGA 2020, and select the zone that you're using. I'm going to select 55 and click this little copy icon up the top left-hand corner. Scroll back up to the top, click on the user menu, and then click the little paste icon. Now I'm going to modify the name of this, and I'll just put in an edited suffix so that we can differentiate. Scroll down to vertical datum, and at this drop down we're going to select OSGeoid 2020, which is the n-value setup that we just created. Now I'm going to set that, write the file, and click Finish. Okay, now we're ready to get 12D field set up. So let's go Survey, 12D field, 12D field. I'm going to change my current setup. So for your primary type, select GNSS, and under primary instrument, there's now a new GNSS Emlid setup. So just choose that and click Set. Now for phase center, you need to use 134 mil because that's the phase center offset for the RS3. Put in Emlid and RS3 for manufacturer and model, and do enter in your actual serial number so that you know which device you're using. In the geodetics tab, localization's none, but for projection, choose the projection that we created through the projections menu. And for the n-value source, select 12D. Click Set. Okay, now we're going to search for the Bluetooth device that we connected to in the Windows settings. So just click Search for Bluetooth devices. This may take a while. Okay, search complete. We found 4 available connections. I'm going to select the name of the receiver that I'm using and click Set. Now we're connecting to the instrument. All right, we're connected. So this menu is green, which is good. And if I click that button, this menu pops up. So status RTK, fixed quality is good. We've got 25 satellites. In our position tab, we're getting n values from the OSGeoid 2020 setup that we have. And in this tab, you can see the tilt angle and the tilt compensator is working. And then on this tab, you can see the satellites that we have at the moment. And there you go, you're all set up, so go and have some fun.